What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my Blu-ray DVD collection for 2020 and Exploitation Part 2. So let's get into it. Up first, we have Immortal Tales from 1974, another Arrow Blu-ray release. I just got the Blu-ray for this and the Beast, just because I like their editions. That's why I didn't get them on DVD. Yeah, Immortal Tales is like 4 different vignettes, all very sexy, all very taboo. The Beast is basically a longer version of one of those. Okay, up next we have Irreversible from 2002. Tough film to watch when I first saw it. Yeah, Gaspar Noé directed this film with Monica Bellucci and Vincent Cassel. Not my favorite, that's for sure. Up next we have a Roger Corman double feature, Jackson County Jail and Cage Sheet. I think Cage Sheet is the main reason I got this, from the mid-70s, these 74, 75, something like that for those songs. Up next we have Jailbait from 2014. Yeah, I couldn't find a good Blu-ray release when this initially came out, so I got it on DVD. Yeah, Sarah McAlool Lane, really good in this pretty decent woman in prison movie. Up next we have Killer Nun from 1978 with Anita Ekberg. Big fan of hers from La Dolce Vita, and this is a good nunsploitation film. Got a bunch of those. Nice Blue Underground release there. Up next we have the original The House on the Left, The Last House on the Left, sorry, collector's edition from 1972, Wes Craven film. Really good. And I also got the 2009 remake, The Last House on the Left. Yeah, very good as well. Tough to watch in parts, but still pretty decent. Up next we have Lorna, another Russ Meyer film. This is one of his earlier ones from 1964, I believe, in black and white. Up next we have Machete from 2010 on Blu-ray, of course. Yeah, Robert Rodriguez's trailer from Grindhouse came to life with Machete. I always wish they would make the Thanksgiving movie that they had the trailer for in Grindhouse. But yeah, Danny Trejo, Steven Seagal, Robert De Niro, Michelle Rodriguez, good appearance by Lindsay Lohan in Machete. And I got the sequel, Machete Kills, from 2013, Amber Heard, Sofia Vergara. Alright, up next we got Machine Girl, or The Machine Girl from 2008. Good Japanese exploitation film. Only got a couple of those type of movies in my collection. Up next we have Made in Sweden from 1971. Another one of these Christina Lindberg skin flicks that I definitely enjoy. Up next we have Malabimba, The Malicious Whore from 1979, X-rated version. Yeah, very interesting film. Beautiful cinematography and gorgeous naked women throughout most of it. Okay, up next we have Milena, Uncut Edition. Yeah, this is on Blu-ray again. This is a beautiful film from 2000 with Monica Bellucci. Fantastic score by the late great Ennio Morricone. Yeah, Monica Bellucci just stunning. Really great Italian film. Really sexy. This is a really nice edition. Again, I couldn't find a good uncut edition on DVD that I liked, so that's why I got the Blu-ray for that. Alright, on to some more Russ Meyer. Mondo Topless from 1966. Basically just women dancing around topless the entire film. That's like all it is, and it's great because of that. Another Russ Meyer film, Mudhoney, another one of his earlier ones from 1965 in black and white. Really good. Up next, we have New Nuns with Big Guns from 2010. Yeah, the title is better than the movie, but who doesn't love a title like that? Another Nunsploitation. This is a 4-disc collection. Comes with the true story of the Nun of Monza, the Nuns of Saint Archangel, Images in a Convent from 1979, I believe. And obviously there's another one, but I can't find the title at the moment. Story of a Cloistered Nun, I'll go with, is the other one. But yeah, great Nunsploitation films, good collection. Up next, we have Nurse 3D from 2013 with Paz del Huerta. Yeah, I liked her on Boardwalk Empire, that show with Steve Buscemi on HBO. And then she did this film around that same time. Not great, but still pretty decent. Speaking of nurses, we have the Nurses Collection, another Roger Corman cult classic. We have Candy Stripe Nurses, Night Call Nurses, Private Duty Nurses, and the Young Nurses. These are all from the early 70s, like 71 to 1974. Really good, really fun. Some are better than others as far as story goes, but you get the idea. Up next, we have Private. Another film by Tinto Brass, really sexy, really good. The unrated Italian version from 2003. Up next, we have Private Lessons, special edition. Yeah, good fun film. More of a sort of teen sex comedy from like 1984, I believe, or 85, something like that. So Private Lessons was actually 1981, but up next we have Private School from 1983. Yeah, again, the same sort of vein. Good college sex comedy. Up next we have Proud Mary from 2018. Yeah, one of the last films I picked up from that year, about a month ago now, with Taraji P. Henson. Considered it a blaxploitation type film, that's why I put it in this section. Up next we have Red Knights of the Gestapo from 1977, completely uncut, another good Nazi exploitation film. Up next we have Red State from 2011, yeah, directed by Kevin Smith. Maybe his best directed film, really good movie. With John Goodman and Melissa Leo, Michael Parks. I really enjoy Red State. I think it's one of his best and most mature films to date, that's for sure. Up next we have Reefer Madness from 1936, one of the only ones I have that goes back to the 30s, where the government made all these sort of warn young people away from drugs and alcohol films. And Reefer Madness is like the king of that. It's absurd the way they portrayed marijuana use back in those days, but that's what helped created Prohibition and the sort of demonizing marijuana back then and so on. Alright, moving on. Up next we have Ceylon Kitty from 1976. Probably my favorite Tinto Brass film. Nice Blue Underground release. Yeah, Teresa Ann Savoy in this, who also appeared in Caligula. Okay, up next we have the Schoolgirl Report DVDs. They're all like German sex vignettes that were made during the 70s. Yeah, they're all in German, and they're all like young nubile girls getting into situations with older men and that kind of stuff. So we have Volume 1, What Parents Don't Think Is Possible. Volume 2, What Keeps Parents Awake at Night. Volume 3, What Parents Find Unthinkable. I think this one is my favorite because it has Christina Lindbergh in it, in a really good scene. Might be three. It's like 3 or 4 that she's in. Number 4, What Drives Parents to Despair. All these great subtitles. Number 5, What All Parents Should Know. Number 6, What Parents Would Gladly Hush Up. It's all about what the parents think about. Number 7, What the Heart Must Thereby. I don't even know what that means. And What Parents Must Never Know. Yeah, I only have up to Volume 8, and the last time I did these, I only had up to Volume 8. I get these on Synapse Films, like .com. There's up to like 13 volumes, so I need to get like 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 at least to round those out. Okay, up next we have Screwballs from 1983. Really fun, great teen sex comedy, that's for sure. And I also got the sequel, Loose Screws, Screwballs 2 from 1985. Up next we have Sex and Fury from 1973. Again, Christina Lindbergh, Reiko Aiki. Yeah, really good blend of Japanese and sexploitation. Really good stuff, that one. Up next we have Sex Slaves of the SS. I think this is another After Hours, After Hours cinema. Like Hitler's Harlot and those other Grindhouse ones I had from volume or part 1. Up next we have the original Shaft from 1971. Fantastic, of course. Absolutely love that. With Richard Roundtree. Yeah, I don't have the remakes of Shaft in my exploitation because I consider the original Shaft a blaxploitation film. Up next, we have Spider Baby from 1968, directed by Jack Hill. Director's cut. This is a fantastic film in black and white, starring Lon Chaney and Sid Haig. Really messed up, but a great film. One of my favorites when it comes to exploitation films. Up next, we have SS Kemp, Women's Hell, Sergio Garoni film. Another one of these Nazi exploitation movies from the early 70s, like 71, 73, something like that. A lot of these at that time used some of the same footage in a couple of movies, including SS Experiment Love Camp from 1976, again made by Sergio Garoni. I think he used like some stock footage or shots in both films. But yeah, good stuff, those. Alright guys, moving on. Up next we have SS Girls from 1977. And then up next we have SS Hellcamp, also from 1977. All of these SS movies are all pretty much interchangeable, to be honest. When I got these back in like 2012, 13, that's when I watched them all. So I haven't seen a lot of them since then. Alright, up next we have another Russ Meyer film, Super Vixens from 1975. Yeah, just great movies, really fun. Up next we have Thriller, A Cool Picture from 1974 with Christina Lindbergh. Got some explicit sex scenes inserted in there. But really good story. This is probably my favorite film with her in it. Limited edition. There's also a less X-rated version of this that's like in a yellow case. I remember looking when I was looking to buy that. Okay, up next we have Tokyo Gore Police, another one of these Japanese exploitation blood films that are good fun. Trying to make sure this goes back in the right place. Alright, Up next, we have another Russ Meyer, Up, from 1976, not to be confused with Pixar's Up, of course. Good stuff. Up next, we have Vanishing Point from 1971. Great exploitation film. I have a die-cast replica of the 1970 Dodge Challenger from this film. Really good stuff. Let's see. Nope, that's skipping one. And my last Russ Meyer film in the collection here is Vixen from 1968. This is one of my favorites of his as well. The woman in this is stunning. Yeah, really good story, that one too. Okay. Yeah, Vixen. Okay, let's go like that. Everything's falling down here. Okay, up next we have The Voyeur from 1994, another Tinto Brass film. Again, this is one of my favorites of his, really sexy. Yeah, nice shot of a nice ass right there on the front cover. Up next we have Wide Open, another Christina Lindbergh film from 1974. I think this is the one she's like barely in, but that's enough of her that you can see right there. Up next we have another Roger Corman Cult Classics triple feature with the Women in Cages collection. All a bunch of great yeah, women in prison films. So Women in Cages, I think from 1971 maybe. Big Birdcage like 72. Big Dollhouse from 1971. All of these are great. 2-disc special edition. And last but not least, we have Women's Prison Massacre from 1983. It's a double feature with Caged Women as well. Bruno Mattei directed Women's Prison Massacre. Laura Gemsa, Ursula Flores, Gabrielle Tinti. So that is my exploitation collection. Need to add to it a little bit more because I haven't really done much to it in recent years. But yeah, I like a bit of sleaze and some exploitation in my life, that's for sure. So up next will be my family section. Quite a contrast to the section before it. So that'll probably be one video. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see you.
Bond. James Bond.